Come see this thing 1561, Need for Revisionism, Fed Up, Agitprop Then and Now. This is a series where I summarize rantatonne posts made up of at least 3 things I've read, seen, or heard. First question, is revisionism a key enlightenment feature? Opens up with Keith Knight talking to Tom Woods about why historical revisionism matters. This has come up in the news recently with somebody that has been posting regular here, with Daryl Cooper from Martyr Made, where he goes back and he just goes into a deep dive into the actual historical aspects of certain characters. Winston Churchill is one of those key figures of the Western myth, and I think when people start talking about other things Churchill could or could not have done that could have reduced the horrific occurrences in the world wars, people kind of get tested. Like, are you supporting the Germans? Like, no, we're just kind of analyzing these like the human beings that they actually are. Churchill himself is quoted saying history is written by the victors, and historically, sometimes it was like these are the only people alive left to even tell something, so they were only telling their side. Look at what's happening in the media right now about things you've actually experienced, and I think you'll see that there's value in finding genuine history about things, because I think this humanization or anthropomorphization of these people that are usually held as mythical figures makes it more substantial. You can see that there were human beings just like you and I are, and they might have been put in exceptional situations, had limited information, certain abilities, certain things that informed who they were at the time, and the decisions they made or actions they chose to or didn't make, whatever resulted from that, humanity still survived. So some revisionism might make these people even seem greater than you might have thought they were, and some kind of knocks some shine off of them. But regardless, this perspective of seeing them for who they are gives us a more realistic perspective on how we view things in the present. We're not catastrophizing issues that shouldn't be that big, or imagining that these people who are in charge of things have power levels or abilities like there's some god emperors that can achieve things that regular human beings working together in voluntary interactions would not be able to do. Next question, is the Fed building its tombstone? This section highlights a Power and Market podcast from the Mises Institute, where they talk about how the Federal Reserve is building the most expensive building in DC history, or at least it's looking that way with the overruns, and having people on different political sides of the spectrum being like, oh no, it's 3.1 billion, it's 2.7 billion, instead of just focusing on the fact, like, why are they building this there? There's malls going empty all over the United States of America. It's time to revise if there still is a need to have all these government institutions in one central location like this. Why don't you just shutter all these buildings up, move these people to these empty malls all over the United States of America? There's enough room. You can have themed buildings where this is the Justice Department one, this is welfare, this is the Energy Department one, or you can have franchises where in different malls, depending on what's needed in that area, you have different branches and things like that there. There's already the parking space for the public who these people are supposedly serving to be able to come and see these people face to face. But no, you're not going to see this because they're just going to enjoy having the illiterati, politerati circles and cliques and things like that in the DC area, where they'll just continue spending other people's money on themselves. Last question, is the Epstein cover-up a form of agitprop? Main part of this section is a James Lindsay video about what agitprop is, making the differentiation between agitation, which is supposed to influence your emotions, and propaganda, which is meant to make you misunderstand things. And when you apply that to how the Epstein files thing is being handled by the Trump administration, what do you think fits what's going on better? And that's it for today, ladies, gents, and everybody else in between.